Hello everyone, this is Sepi. In this video, I'm going to show you how to paint a marigold flower on a green-purple background. Before we get started, if you like these instructional videos, please make sure to hit the subscribe button to be the first one to get notified when I release these videos. Also, please like my videos. Thank you. Let's get started. I worked on a 100% cold press arches, and then I also used a 2H pencil to draw my flower. H family pencils are good for drawing ahead of time because you don't end up with some dark colors for your pencil lines, and you easily can erase them after drawing the subject and leaves. I'm going to create my own made-up leaves as well, so I'm not exactly copying exactly the same thing that I see in my reference image, but the composition and the placement of flower buds, some of the leaves, and the flower itself is very important to me. There are different approaches to do this painting with watercolor. I decided to start painting this flower by painting the flower itself and the leaves and then working on the background. I am using cadmium yellow, Indian yellow, and some cadmium orange to paint my flower first, squinting my eyes, looking at the light and dark values, and using my round brush number 6, silver black velvet, wetting the flower bud with some light yellow color, and then going over the wet area on the flower bud with some sap green, viridian green, and a touch of ultramarine blue. Same thing for the leaves and stems. I am using my round brush number 10 here and using combination of my cool and warm greens, sometimes adding more sap green and yellow ochre, and sometimes adding some viridian, Russian green, and ultramarine blue. I dried the first layer, and now I'm going to work on the background. To work on the background, I wetted the top part of the paper using my 1-inch flat brush first, and then I started thinking about the complementary color of yellow, which is purple. So the background in the reference image is green, but I don't want to leave the background simply green. I'm adding some purple to my green as well. So here you can see how I'm using some viridian and sap green onto my background, going around my flower carefully and in between my leaves. But to darken the green, as you can see, I'm adding some purple to my green, either on the paper or on the palette. Going in between the negative spaces, in between my flower buds and leaves right now. This way I can show a sense of depth in my work by darkening the background more, using some more purple and dark green, and help the main subjects stand out better. In my earlier video, I showed you how to mix complementary colors and create charts, and I'm using that chart to look at my yellow and orange and how to darken them by using the opposite colors of yellow, which is purple, and orange, which is blue. Instead of purple, however, to darken my yellow, I'm adding a touch of magenta. You can use permanent rose instead of magenta to darken your orange a little bit and add a touch of very small amount of ultramarine blue. Working on the receptacle of the flower, I'm thinking about the source of light, the cone shape of the receptacle, and darkening one side. Now I'm going to finish this bottom left side of my background, adding more of those dark green and purplish colors in the background and covering the whole background with these dark colors. The way I do it, I put a layer of either clear water or just light green color on my background around my leaves, and then with the second brush, which is smaller in size, I go around the leaves with darker colors and have them bleed into the wet background, working on the second layer of my leaves and my flower buds using the same colors, just more intensity. Darkening the spaces in between again, using some more purple and indigo this time, which is a very dark blue. I am using these colors, but I'm not using these colors too intense. So there should be a good balance of water and pigments. If I use too much pigment, then I will end up with something too opaque and too muddy. Creating some made up leaves by drawing with my brush. And my work is done. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching.